Welcome into the podcast, episode 1 of Living Large. Welcome into episode 1 of Living Large with Mark Dohner. Today's guest, the first guest, the honorable guest, Travis Mills.
Oh, it's so good to be here.
T. Mills.
And it's great to be number one.
It is. It feels
it
good,
really is. Because you know why? We're always going to talk about this. You know?
This sets the bar for the future.
It's going to set the tone for the podcast.
So
I really have to do this the largest that, I'm going to do it the largest that anyone's done it because no one's done it before. So by default, it's already going to happen.
Right, so
I need to set it really, really large.
Right, living large.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically what that's it's like living LA RGE.
Oh, got it.
That's what the podcast is. We're going to talk to people in LA, the lifestyle, the entertainment, the social media, the music, the acting, Broadway, whatever you want.
It's a pit.
It's weird talking with these headphones, not going to lie.
Really? I'm so used to it.
The reverb makes your voice just sound...
Oh, it sounds silky. It sounds
delightful.
Good. It sounds like we're burning the midnight oil.
Yeah. Things are getting sexual.
It might if these lights dim a little bit.
Bro, so getting into things, I was doing a little Google search of you last night.
I never do that. That's the most dangerous thing that you could ever do to yourself.
Why?
Why? Because you're just probably not going to like what you're going to find.
No, I didn't find anything bad about you.
Oh, no. I'm not meaning like you Google searching me. I'm saying that's something that I don't do because I don't want to know what pops up.
Some bad stuff, huh?
No, just like I don't.
Look, I'm going to bring...
It's weird, you know what I mean?
One thing I did find...
Oh, God.
I want to talk about this with you. You're a very fashionable guy, right?
Yeah, for sure.
What was going on through the phase of the gauges and the rat tail?
Oh, see, okay, so that was actually, I was like starting trends there.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like starting rat tails and shitty mullets and just like cutting your own hair and doing that.
So you're cutting your own hair?
Did you not see the pictures?
Okay. I have a question too. When did you stop the gauges and how your ears are fine now?
Yeah, stretching my ears was something that I was doing from 15 to 25. So when I was 25, I woke up and I was like, I'm done with this. I'm not a teenager anymore. And I went and chopped my earlobes off. Shout out to Alan Dabbs. I did it on Melrose. He sewed up my ears and they look pretty normal. If you look really close, I have scars on them and stuff. But yeah, I mean, my ears were 2 inches.
Is that 00? Is that the biggest they get?
No. They're like 2 inches like in width. Like I could fit like a Coke can through my ear.
Stop.
Yeah, I swear. And funny story is I actually had surgery on my ears twice because my ears were 2 inches. I got hit and someone's finger went through one of my ears and ripped like it in half. So I closed them to like half an inch and then I re-stretched them. And then when I was 25, I was like, okay, I'm over this. So I had like a long history with body modification. And I'm going to tell you this, a lot of my fans got really big gauges. They started stretching their ears, right? So like when I did that, a lot of them were like, oh bro, you sold out. You know, you turned your back
You've
on
changed.
it. Yo, the most extreme shit you can do is cut off a piece of your body. I don't want to talk to anybody, okay? Because like if you got plugs, go cut off your earlobes and tell me how that shit is. It's not a walk in the park. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool to see the change. But you know, you got to be kind of, I don't know.
You should have started the trend of
I didn't go to no surgeon. Do you know what I mean? I didn't go to a surgeon.
Some backyard. It was like some prison
No, I went
stuff.
to a tattoo shop. I went to a body modification artist, someone who does dermal implants, someone who does like scalpeling and splits tongues and, like
some
when
next level shit.
Yeah, just like the fools who actually do this shit. You know, people who are in a suspension and, scarification and, burning and branding and shit.
It's next level.
Next level shit, yeah.
I love how you call it body modification.
That's what it is.
Never heard that.
Yeah.
You should have started the trend with like the rat tail through the gauge.
Oh, you know what I used to have to do is like when I would be like doing, I don't know, like action, like whatever. Okay, I'd be like at the river with my family, right? And I was like 18 and I had big floppy fucking earlobes, okay? So like I'd go, let's say I'd go like wakeboarding, okay? If you like crash on like going fast, and you hit your head on the water or something, your ears are going to rip. So what I did is I used to take my jewelry out and then I'd have just like big saggy earlobes. And I used to flip them around the top of my ear and I wouldn't have, no, I swear. I got to find like a picture of something somewhere. But
It'd be the middle of the summer and you got earmuffs on.
For real. It looked like I had no ears for a little bit.
I did not know the struggles of gauges. So guys, if you're ever thinking about getting gauges, think twice.
Yeah, that shit's permanent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, this is really not. You just gotta then go to like, a homie and get your earlobes chopped off.
Right.
Not that permanent.
More body modification. How many tattoos do you have?
No idea.
No count?
No, I don't know how to count them. Like, I don't know. Does my arm just count as one? Because that's a lot of hours.
Did you get it done at one time?
Oh, no. Like like many hours, like probably like 40 hours on my arm.
What was your first tattoo?
On my legs, it says stay young on my thighs.
How old?
16. I traded a sidekick for it.
The phone?
Yeah, I traded a sidekick to the tattoo artist and I got it in my homie's kitchen.
What'd your mom say about that?
Oh, what did my mom say about that? She didn't see him. That's why I got him on my thighs. So like, even if I was like walking around the house in boxers and shit, they're still covered.
And then when she found out, what was it like?
When did my mom find out? I got like 4 other tattoos before my mom found out. She found out when I got my foot tattooed, and I was 17 when I got my foot tattooed. She didn't really care.
Didn't care?
Nah, she was like more so wondering when I had the time and how I found the resources to go and do that.
Which is fine. It's easy to find.
By then I had already had plugs too. So it was like, I'd had gauges for 2 years already.
Right.
So she knew. Look, when I was like 10 years old, I looked up at my mom at dinner and told her like, hey, I'm going to be fully tattooed head to toe. Like my face, my neck, my back, like there will be no inch on me.
You made that up at 10.
Literally. And she almost wanted to start crying.
That's how my mom is. I'm scared to death my mom's going to disown me if I get a tattoo.
No.
No one in my family has tattoos.
It'll make her love you more.
You think?
Yeah, for
She's
sure.
like, I'm going to disown you and you get a tattoo. But they love you no matter what.
Yeah, when my mom found out I had my head tattooed, that's when that was weird.
Yeah, but that's red. You can barely see it.
I know. She slapped me though.
What does it say?
FTH.
For the hits.
For the homies.
For the homies.
Yeah, whatever you want it to be.
That is a good point though. Face tattoos are really in now.
Yes.
When did you get that one?
11 years ago.
So you were way ahead of the trend.
Oh, dude.
Post Malone's got Always Tired. You got 6ix9ine.
I'm smart. Here's the thing. I'm smart because, look, I've been doing this shit. It's crazy because, like, I feel like I'm super young, but I've been in this shit forever, right?
Right.
So I've seen, like, a whole bunch of shit come in and out of style. I've been influenced by it and affected by it. But, like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't tattoo, right? Like, trust me. Like, you think I don't, like, have tattoos that I'd want to get under my eyes and, like, all over my face? Like, yeah, I love that shit. But I'm just so happy I didn't. Like,
right.
And look, like, I did this, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I got my earlobes tattooed twice.
Trends come and go, so like you're stuck with those tattoos for a long time.
Yeah, I'm happy with my ear. I think my the tattoos on my ear are tight. I think my lip tattoo is something look. One thing is I heard lip tattoos go away. They don't. Not for
I know.
me.
My girlfriend has one.
Yep,
still there 7 years later.
Okay, yeah. So that is misleading.
Yeah, but you have. Dude, when I first saw you, and a little backstory on me and Travis, how we met. I first saw you in a Mike Posner Started From the Bottom.
Oh yeah, we did that song
remix, which was dope.
Thanks.
And I showed Kylie today, and she's like, "Whoa, this is fucking sick."
Oh, thanks.
She loved it. And then I saw you did one with him and Nikki Heaton.
Yep.
Which was fire.
Yeah.
That's the first time I saw him. And then the first time I met you was paintballing, I think.
Oh, at Hollywood Sports Park.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wanted to talk a little bit about some of your hobbies. So I see, what got you into paintballing?
I played paintball. I grew up in Riverside, and it was Orange Groves, and there was like not shit to do. And I went paintballing for like a friend's birthday or like one of my birthdays, something. I ended up at a paintball park when I was like 11 or 12, and I loved it and got addicted to it, and then started going like every week, every weekend. And
Were you a rebellious kid?
Oh yeah,
I feel like it because you're into paintball, you're into tattoos, gauges.
Dude. Oh yeah, I was into like one crazy shit is I was into like starting fires when I was a kid.
Little arsonist over here.
Yeah, I had to go to therapy.
Stop.
No, I swear. And then like my mom had to take me to like the fire department, and I had to go through like these classes with them, and I had to like draw pictures on why fire was good, like what like good things fire is used for, and then like bad things that fire can do. And I had to like ride with firemen and shit, and they showed me like houses that burned down and like all that shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
What would you light on fire? You wouldn't light
Trash
houses.
cans.
Oh,
No,
okay.
trash cans, like creeks, like we'd have creeks like in my and then like get like a bunch of like brush and like pour like gasoline on it. Skate ramps. I was just infatuated with fire from a very young age.
You're a little pyromaniac.
And
I think everybody kind of goes through that experimental. Like they find a lighter for the first time on the ground. They're like, whoa.
Yeah, I found matches and burned every single one. Like it was just
Yeah.
bad. And I think that's like what made me smoke for so long. Cause I
Yeah.
just, I
You just love the fire. You don't even like smoking. You just like the fire.
But yeah, I was very, very mischievous.
Yeah, you grew up in Riverside. Did you go to college?
I went to hair school.
Hair.
Check this out. I graduated when I was 16. Got my diploma when I was 16.
From high school.
From high school. I graduated way early. I was in community college. I was like taking community college classes at 16 with college students. Because I got kicked. I went to private school. So I got a really good education up until 10th grade. I got kicked out. Then I went to charter school. And this charter school thing that I did, it put me into community college. Like I went and took classes at the community college. And so for every college class I took, it counted as 2 high school credits.
Nice.
So I did that. And then, I got my diploma when I was like 17 and I was working at Starbucks. And this girl came into my Starbucks that I used to like talk to and stuff. And she had a book on the counter. And I was like, what is that? And she showed it to me, and it was a cosmetology book, and I was like, "Oh, I could do that," And
Not that you wanted to do it, you just I can't.
Well,
do that.
I'd always, I was like fucking with my hair. I was into like hardcore and like metal, and like I was like just like going to shows, and like I was in that whole scene. You know what I mean? So
Right.
like I had fucking every color hair you could possibly think of. I like cut my hair like.
I think it's a good thing though that you didn't get into it, judging by the mullet phase, the rat tail.
Yeah. Well, look. So anyway, so I'm like, I could do it. So the next day, I quit Starbucks and enrolled in hair school.
Okay.
And then I took like 5 months of classes in Riverside. Got in a lot of drama there because you go to school with like 200 girls. And you're like one of like 3 dudes. So it's like
It's not a bad gig.
it's an amazing gig. And then I transferred because I got accepted into this like really prestigious, like it's not prestigious, Paul Mitchell hair school, right? So it's like not for me growing up in like that shitty little town. It's like, I'm gonna go to Orange County to their flagship school and like go to this like huge hair academy, and I did, and that's where I started my music project.
How'd you get into music going from hair?
I was in music my whole life. I had always been into music. My grandpa got me a guitar when I was 5. I started a band when I was 13, like in my garage. I was in bands in high school and while I was in Starbucks. And then...
So would you play gigs or would you just...
Oh, yeah. I was in like pop punk bands. And like, we had merch, we had shows and stuff. And, and then I was always the youngest. From 13 to 17.
Were you making money or no?
No, come on, no.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we'd get paid like $100 to like drive to Arizona and like get like pizza and like, and I was the youngest one in the band. Everyone else was like 20. I was 16. I had a truck, so we'd put all of our gear in my truck. And it was like you get a Motel 6 room and sleep, on the floor and shit. And then, everyone in the band had DUIs besides me. So no one could go to practice or anything. And everyone just was like shitty, just like lazy humans.
Were you singing or were you playing guitar?
I was singing really shittily. Yeah. And then so I was like, screw this. And then at the same time, I got a MacBook and I was like, fuck these guys. Like, I don't want to rely on anyone to make music. And so I just started learning how to record myself.
With what, Pro Tools?
No, GarageBand. Oh. Just like, I didn't even have a microphone. I just like opened up my computer and just like sang into it. Yeah.
So when your first album came out while you were in, or did you make like a mixtape, EP?
I made a MySpace page and just like put up like little, like there wasn't even like real like songs. They were just like kind of just like like whatever.
I mean, MySpace, it was more so music based, I feel like. I would always put my music songs on.
And it got popping on there. And then, and one thing led to another. Yeah. And I just like never stopped. Oh, and then what's crazy is like I finished hair school and I went and you have to go and get your state license to become like a cosmetologist. Mm-hmm. I wasn't a barber. I was a cosmetologist. It's like I could do everything. Like my state board test.
Could you do the straight blade? Or you have to be
No, that's something different. But I had to do like manicures, pedicures. I had to know hair color. I had to know how to like French braid. I know how to do like the perm rollers and shit for like old ladies. You have to know how to do everything. You have to know how to do facials because you're tested on all this shit.
Jesus.
And
it's
so
extensive.
that day,
I know it's tough. Like people tell me it's hard.
Yeah, and you have to. I went to school for 1,600 hours. That's like what you have to clock into, and then you got to do like a bunch of other tests, and then you have to go to Glendale and take the state board test. And so the morning that I went into it sucks so bad because you have to bring a model, right? Someone that you can like do all this weird shit to their hair and shit. You have to be there at like 5 in the fucking morning, and then you do this shit takes like 5 hours, and you're in like it's all timed. Right. It's like and I fucking hated school. Like I'm not the type of dude to go through school. Like be prim and proper.
I think, dude, that's like not that I hated school, but I think creative people, it's hard to do school because it's like you're being told what to do, and I feel like in the creative environment, you kind of just got to do your own thing, and it's like all what you're telling yourself to do.
No, definitely. Yeah, that's why I liked hair school because in school I could like create shit, But then when you got to go to the state board and like be tested, that's when it's whack. But anyways, the day that I took the test, I got my license, and then I left that place and went on tour, and I never did hair again. Like literally left that testing facility and went and jumped on tour.
And then when did you sign a record deal?
Oh man. So look, I signed a shitty record deal to a guy that I was friends with, his death metal label. I signed to like a hardcore label and got fucked over for like $1,000.
Does that happen a lot, you think, to like upcoming artists?
Well, not as much now. Yeah, not as much now. Look, I was from Riverside. My homie was putting out hardcore bands music at the time, and it was like big in like the little, hardcore scene. And he was like, yo, well, we'll give you $1,000 to go record. And I was like, dude, record deals don't exist. Like this, this is fuck yeah. I didn't have a lawyer. I was like 18, signed it. Ended up recording a bunch of songs, put one of them out, and it blew the fuck up. And then Columbia Records hit me up. And then that's when everything got like super messy with my homie. And then, shit gets all fucking sideways. But that was like really like when I was introduced to like the real deal music business and was like, brought to every label and, did that whole thing.
I feel like everybody has to go through something in life.
I met all the wrong people first.
Right.
Like in my career, I met all the bad ones first.
Well, you got them out of the way.
100%.
Now you're sitting in front of the good ones.
Living large.
Living large. But
are you gonna make that voice every time you do it?
Should I?
I don't know. You got like, is it gonna be like a slogan?
Living large.
Like a button you could hit. Living large.
See, this is why I wanted you on the first episode.
Okay. Yeah.
You're giving me creative ideas.
Hey.
I own the IP for that though. Well, let's talk about you now. You're on a diet. I was like, yo, you want me to get you like a beer or anything for when you sit down? You're like, nah, I'm on this keto diet.
Oh, man.
Give me a coffee with a half and half.
Thank you.
No carbs.
Is there more coffee, by the way? That was really good.
Yeah, we can get you a coffee.
Okay, cool. They killed it, dude. They killed it too. So look, I'm not a diet dude. Damn, I feel so Joe Rogan right now. Just sitting on a podcast and talking about keto.
Why are you on a diet?
Okay, look,
you're skinny, man. Dude. You're 6'4".
It's not for that. It's not for that. Listen, I'll tell you why. I got healthy. Look, I stopped smoking cigarettes. Here, I'll tell you exactly when I stopped smoking cigarettes because I have a fucking app for that, dude.
So remind you every day, like this is day.
It's an app called My Last Cigarette, and if you are quitting smoking or you would like to quit smoking, you should download it because it'll give you great motivation. I've been a non-smoker for 2 years, 212 days, and 3 hours down to the minute right now. I have not smoked 18,842 and a half cigarettes, and I've saved $7,000.
Damn.
Not only that, I've also like saved 75 days of my life. And since I've quit smoking, 9,034,056 people have died from smoking. So that's what I'm saying. So look, I got healthy, like I got health conscious almost 3 years ago. I wasn't healthy. I was still like, drinking a little bit of soda, all that. Around January 2017, I never worked out really before or anything like that. I was like kind of athletic. I played baseball and hockey when I was growing up, but then I was like, fuck all sports. And I started playing music. So, I smoked cigarettes for 10 plus years. Running was the worst thing for me. So last year, like January, I went through a whole bunch of shit in 2016. I was super depressed. It was like, super hard. And I woke up and was just like, I need to focus my energy on something. And so I started going to the gym. That was cool. And I got accustomed to, working out.
Right.
And
it becomes a habit.
It wasn't like I wasn't obsessed, and it just wasn't hard anymore. It wasn't like, I'm not going to say that. I didn't look at it how I used to anymore.
Right. I feel like me, it's like, it's hard to get to the gym, but once you start going, it's like.
It's always hard to get to the gym, but like I knew that every time I left, I always felt better than when I walked in.
Right.
I'd never shown up.
You go in the morning or
something.
evening?
Well, I'll tell you, like I was just going as whenever I fucking could, you know. And I was going twice a day sometimes because it was the only thing that like would get me out of that funk, You
on
like,
that Eli Webb grind.
Exactly. I would like feel down, and I'd be like, all right, I'll just go to the gym, And it started off small, and like I'd just start running a mile, And then it got up to where like 7 months ago, I was running 3 miles every day. I was going to Runyon, I live in the hills. And so I like running up there because it's really hard. And like running 3 miles in the hills is a lot different than running 3 miles on a treadmill. And I was just setting all these personal things for myself that I never, thought I could. And not to mention like paintball, like my fitness like helped with paintball. And I was getting, I was like, so even on my off days, like, I'd be like weekends, I'm not going to work out. I'd go play paintball or, I'd go on a hike or do something. So I found myself being very physical. And I liked it a lot. I felt like I was writing better music, when I'm in the studio.
Right. It changes your whole mindset, dude.
Dude, it really does, And not only that, but it gave me time to also like experience new things. Like if I went running for an hour, I could listen to podcasts. I could listen to music. I could, I could not think about anything. I could think about myself, and it was really cool. But then I'd go to dinner and I'd get like, I'd get like a turkey burger, but I'd get like fries, and I'd be like, man, I ran 3 miles today. And then I'd order a beer, and then I'd finish the beer, and I would order another one, and I have 3 beers. And then I'd, my girlfriend's vegan, so, vegan restaurants. All right, I'm taking us up. We're up to speed now.
We're up to speed.
Vegan restaurants. Oh, I'm so healthy. I'm 80% vegan. I don't really like meat, but at the same time, I'm having mad stomach issues, like digestive problems.
From vegan?
No. Just from anything.
Okay.
Like literally like, and I've had these for the last 5 years to where like, I just like food. I was lactose intolerant. I can't eat oats. I can't have broccoli. I can't have cauliflower.
Just because it's healthy, right?
No. Like I was intolerant. Like
really?
It fucked my stomach up, right?
That's crazy.
Can't have cheese, can't have real milk, like, creamer or anything like that. Everything, that's why I had like a lot of like almond milk and all that shit. So being with my, vegan girlfriend was easy for me. And I was never a big meat eater, like, but dude, I started training Muay Thai.
I was going to get into that next.
Okay. Well, whatever. Okay. So, I noticed I could never shed. I have, a thing on my belly. I could never get rid of it. No matter how hard I worked out, no matter how much I ran.
Well, like skinny fat, you mean?
Yes.
Kind of like me.
Yeah. I wouldn't call you skinny fat.
I'm skinny fat.
Okay. I was skinny fat. But, and when you're like that, it's crazy because everyone sees you and they're like, dude, you're so fucking skinny. Like, and you're like, I'm trying to take care of myself. Why? Like, dude, eat the cheeseburger, bro. Come on,
and your parents especially like, eat a fucking cheeseburger.
100%. And but like at the end of the day, I'm like, dude, I'm putting in all this work. I'm not seeing like the results that I really want to see. Not only that, it's like, I was coming off an ankle injury.
Which you're still going through,
which
right?
I'm still rehabbing. Yeah, my joints were really screwed up. Like inflammation and like, felt like I was falling apart. And then not only that,
guitar or what?
No. I'll tell you. Not only that, it's like I'd hit 9 p.m. after the dinner with the 2 beers. I'd go home, pass out.
Yeah.
My girl was like, what the fuck? Like I felt like a 60-year-old man, and I thought it was weed. I was like, oh my God, I got to stop smoking weed. I'm getting old, like da-da-da-da. I'm a huge fan of Rogan. I'm a huge fan of all of his guests. And then I've listened to a bunch of his podcasts about keto, cutting out carbs, refined carbohydrates, and sugars. And a buddy of mine that I train with just so happened to start it like 2 weeks ago. And I felt like I had to wait until I felt like you go, like there's this building somewhere in LA that you walk into and they're like, You want to be keto? Okay, let's sign you up. Here you go. Here's a box of this. Here's a box of this. This is what you do. This is what you don't do. Here's how you do it. Let's take your shit. Shit does not exist. That shit does not exist. So I was waiting for something that was never gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I'm like a really all or nothing person. So I was like, yo, you know when you see someone do something and like, you know that person and you're like, yo, you know, like your mindset and you're like, yo, if this person is doing this shit,
right,
there's no way.
I think that's important too in relationships.
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
and you know, that's often what inspires you about the other person, right? Is if they're even like on the same level or even more than you, like that keeps you hungry for more. So I was like, yo, if this fool's doing it, I can definitely do this shit. Bro, I did this shit. I was in ketosis in like 4.5 days. In like 4 days.
What is that, by the way? Because I did some research. What is ketosis?
Ketosis. Now, look, I'm addicted to Reddit and I'm like on YouTube like 20 hours a day, and I'm probably like I'm the most annoying person about this right now. Ketosis is when it's like the state that your body switches into when your body stops burning glucose as fuel. Right? Which like carbs and sugar convert into glucose. That's like what your body's burning. And it's when your body switches and it starts burning fat.
So you're good. That's good.
That's very good.
Ketosis is good.
And your body produces ketones when it's in a state of ketosis. And that's how you can measure what stage you're in.
But here's what I don't get. The keto diet, you eat a lot of fats, right?
Tons of fat. So, dude, like, okay.
Doesn't make sense. Is this the Atkins diet?
It's a modified Atkins diet.
Okay.
But it's like, it's no carb, essentially. Like, I'm like, my carbs are.
But how do you have energy? Where do you get your energy?
From fat.
From fat.
So, the reason why I wanted to do this for 1.5 years, right? Like, ever since I started getting fit, because I was like, oh, this is going to take me to the next level. And I've just, you go online and you read shit about it and it's crazy. And it's a weird diet because Western medicine, I feel like, hasn't really caught up yet. Like, my mom, she's, a nurse, like a very high, like she runs an operating center. Told her about this. She's like, you're gonna have a heart attack. She's just not, she hasn't like kept up to date with, all of the shit that's coming out. Or she doesn't have podcasts and like all that stuff.
She should start listening to this one.
Exactly, mom. Cause subscribe right now.
Yes,
hit
please.
that subscribe button. And yeah, dude, I don't know. I was just like, I gotta wait for someone to show me how to do it. Literally just did some research. And it took about 4 days. I'm not gonna lie, I felt a little tired the first couple days and I had like kind of a headache, a little. I was very scared of this thing that's called a keto flu. Where it's like the keto flu. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The keto flu, yeah, you get like flu-like symptoms. And yeah, I felt like that for like 3 days, 4 days.
Did you want to stop because of that?
Dude, I wanted to stop because I love candy and I fucking love beer.
When I came over, we did some recording together. You were all about the beers, the brews.
I love beer. Yeah. That's liquid bread.
Yeah.
And
that's why I was like, when you said oats, I think there's oats in beer.
Oh, there's wheat in beer.
Wheat, barley.
I was intolerant to oats too. And, from all this. Now, let me tell you this. As soon as I cut out carbohydrates and sugar, right? All I'm eating now is meat, right? Like hella ground beef, right? Like 80, like 75% lean, 25% fat.
Stop.
Swear to God. The more fat, the better, bro. I'm eating now, my appetite, mind you, I would eat like a bird before. I'd have like 2 meals a day. My appetite was fucked. Like I did not get nutrients. I would eat like a bird. I'm eating the most food.
My girlfriend would chew it up. She'd open up her mouth and I'd go.
Yep. Just little piece by fucking piece. I'm eating more food now than I've ever eaten in my whole life. And it's kind of weird. And my girlfriend thinks.
But you're probably still hungry too, right?
Dude, I can't get full.
Yeah.
It's cool.
The more you eat, the more hungry you are. It's weird.
Kinda. Yeah. Kinda. But now I'm eating like, I used to have like breakfast and maybe like 2 eggs and like 2 pieces of bacon. I'm eating like 5 eggs, 5 pieces of bacon with like cheese. And then, you know what I mean?
This sounds like the best diet ever.
It is. Dude, honestly, it is amazing. It's incredible. Like I have steak and you can go to In-N-Out. I get like 3 double doubles, lettuce wrapped, easy onions, no sauce. And I smash those. That's like a snack.
It sounds like a heart attack.
And then I've lost 12 pounds in 2 weeks and it's all body.
What are you trying? Are you trying to convert it to muscle or are you just trying to lose the body fat?
When I started, I was 9.5% body fat. Now I'm 7.5% today.
That's low.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's working.
And you just been doing MMA? Like the cardio, or you've been lifting?
I run. I do jujitsu and Muay Thai.
Damn, you're active.
Active.
What's your day look like? You wake up in the morning, go running?
Wake up at 7. I have a cup of coffee with heavy whipping cream and MCT oil. I go to jujitsu for an hour, and then Muay Thai for an hour, and then strength and conditioning for 30 minutes. Go home. I don't know. Every day is different. Bro.
Yeah.
Well, like I do have some structure in the sense of like, if I can't make the class, you know, I have like classes and people that I train with, and if I can't make those because of something with my schedule, I'll do a private. So I'll go to the gym at either like 7 a.m. or I'll go at like 9 a.m. And I'll do like one-on-ones and stuff with a coach.
Dope.
Yeah. So I make it work.
This motivates me. This is like to see you working out, and when you post on your like Instagram and stuff.
Kicking people in the face and stuff.
Yeah, dude. It's motivating.
Yeah, thank you.
How's all this? So let's get a little more personal. Now that we know everything about your past.
Great.
Your diet, what you eat, your stomach
boring,
problems.
It's boring. Oh, by the way, so all of those things are fixed. Like, so I was lactose intolerant my whole life, right? I'd be like, oh, I can't eat, you know, I can't have like cheese, you know, I can't have chicken quesadilla. Dude, it wasn't the fucking cheese. It was the fucking
bread?
Tortilla.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like milk wasn't giving me like the shits when I was a little kid. It was fucking 2 bowls of cereal and sugar.
Right, yeah.
You know? And like, it's crazy. Like the minute that you cut that out.
Different.
Dude, yeah. And I feel different. And I could, everyone can tell my life, you know?
Yeah.
I walk it, like my coach can tell when I'm training. And that's been the coolest thing because I've always worked out and not gotten results. And that's so frustrating.
That's me.
Really?
Yeah, I need to change up my shit.
It's, dude, and you know what I've always heard? It's like, everyone's like, oh, bro, it's 75%, 80% diet, 90% diet. It's so true.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're eating, but it doesn't make sense. But if
it doesn't, and that, dude, everyone has that reaction. No, bro, you're fucking, dude, come on. Dude, I'm literally documenting this shit. I have a blood monitor at my house. Like, I'm the most, when I say I'm all or nothing, like I'm fucking all or nothing.
That's
like,
crazy, man.
Do you know what I mean? I bought like the best of the best. I bought a fucking scale. I bought the best like scale. I bought the best.
So you've gone full psycho with this diet.
Full psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no going back for me right now.
Yeah. He comes over. He's like, "What's in this coffee? I gotta know. Let me see the nutrition."
Dude,
facts.
I've always hated those people. I don't care now because and because I know I'll feel like shit.
Who cares? Yeah. It's all about your body.
Not only that, dude. Like my interviews, so much. I'm not even kidding. Like.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So you host Beats One, Apple.
I have a show with Apple Music on Beats One. It's my show. It's on Monday through Thursdays from 4 to 5 p.m.
Do the plug.
And it's I don't know. It's in everyone's iPhone. If you have an iPhone, just click the music app, tap the little radio button.
Who are you interviewing on there?
Oh my God,
musicians mostly?
No, dude, it's a pop culture show. So you know, actors, athletes, you know. Cody Garbrandt, my favorite UFC fighter, Gary Vaynerchuk, who's I've been a huge fan of.
Me too.
Tyga, Nick Jonas, DJ Mustard. I just had Jackie Cruz from Orange is the New Black on yesterday. Wow. Shameik Moore from The Get Down. Who else? Sabrina Carpenter. Oh my God, Tyga.
You said that, yeah.
Oh, did I? Okay, yeah. Dude, and it's been like, Bella Thorne and Irv Gotti, like together. I had the creators of, I love this animated show on HBO called Animals.
I haven't seen it.
I think Phil and Mike are the creators of it. I just had them on. I had Rob Corddry, Jason Mantzoukas, Brian Husky. Rob Corddry's
a lot
on
of
that
dope
show.
people.
Dude, like, yeah. Like,
what's it like interviewing people?
It's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy.
And I feel like you're used to it. Like this interview, you just carry it. You just talk.
No, dude. You want to know what it is? It's like, one thing too is I've been in this shit for like 10 years as well. So I know somehow I know everybody.
Right.
It's weird. And
it's
then
like
I'll have
LA,
YouTubers
dude.
on. Like today I had Niels Visser and his girlfriend Cindy on. Never met them before, but like we knew someone in mutual friends from Fashion Week, and like, you know, it made it dope. Like,
how do you feel about like social media versus like traditional? Because obviously you've seen the things evolve. You started on MySpace, right? And then
social media.
You've acted in a Netflix original series, Flaked. So you acted GQ's Best Dressed in 2016.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Fashion, model, you've done it all.
Yep.
How do you feel about like social media stars, if you will, versus like traditional? Like, do you like it? Or do you think they have egos or?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't met every single one, but it's like, I just think at the end of the day, it's like, what do you bring to the table? What are you creating? You know, and then how do you carry yourself?
Right.
I think.
Do you think traditional stars, if you will, have like
I think that's all dead, dude.
a hate for social media kids?
Traditional stars.
Yeah, like an actor, like, oh, you just do YouTube, like that kind of mentality.
Look, I think there's definitely a prejudice against YouTubers, right? For what reason? I don't know why. Just because that's what I think about. Like, I feel like there's no more lines anymore, though. Like, I feel like traditional media has converted and they want, like, you know, the social media stuff. Like, it's almost to a point where it's like thirsty and it's like ugly. Like, to the point where like
it's like on your resume when you go in, how many followers you have now.
Yeah. But, you know, at the same time, it's just the same thing that used to be, just evolved. I don't think it gives, back to your point, I don't think it gives creators any more or less, I want to say, like, credibility. I just think it's like about, like, yeah, what are you creating? Who you're creating it for?
I think it's cool. I think, like, obviously, I feel like a lot of social media influencers, people like myself, we want to act, right? We want to get into the acting space, but we do this to stay busy. We do this to get us to that next level rather than sitting around and hoping, right? And I think it's cool too to see like some traditional stars start to do social media. You're starting a vlog.
Definitely. Yeah. And, you know, that's like, look, I've had my YouTube channel since like 2009.
Right.
And never, like, I posted like tour recaps and like songs, you know, and then I posted like little vlogs here and there and I would delete them and stuff. And so like, I have a huge respect for people who can do that because I've always been like, I'll watch it and then like a year will go by and I'll like look at my uploads and be like, oh, I just like delete it. You know what I mean?
Feel like it's cringy.
Exactly. I feel like that with songs too. But yeah, I think that, dude, you're still acting and creating content. You know,
right.
To me, what it feels like is like it's the most DIY thing that you could do. You know, and you look at someone like Issa Rae, who like Insecure started on YouTube. You know, from YouTube skits that she was like creating. Mm-hmm. You look at like someone like Troye Sivan.
Even Workaholics, they started on YouTube.
100%. But like look at an artist like Troye Sivan, dude, he's a YouTuber. And I mean, he uploads videos on YouTube. Like
Shawn Mendes, Divine.
100%. Yeah. And you know, I'm like, would you classify Joe Rogan as a YouTuber? Because he's one of the he has one of the biggest presence on YouTube
right now. Yeah, with the podcast.
Do you know what I'm saying?
But I feel like that's what I'm talking about when you treat like a traditional person and they do social media.
Yeah, but
I think it's cool.
You do YouTube videos. You have a podcast. You have song. Like it's like it's just like this is the age that we're in now.
Right.
And I think that's exciting, and at the same time, it's also gonna like open the door for everybody. So there's gonna there's a lot more shit out there now.
Right.
For people to choose from. So if you want to be at the very top, you just gotta like know your audience and know what you want, you know?
I think I came in at the right time when I started like vlogging, when I started Instagram and whatnot. But how do you feel about now, like new upcoming stars? Do you think it's harder? Do you think it's easier? Do you think, like, what advice would you give to someone that's like, hey, I want to be a musician, trying to get to that next step, come out to LA, do what I do?
Oh, I think, look,
what's the first step? Like,
well, I think it's a case-by-case basis, right? It's like, one, what type of artist do you want to be? What kind of career do you want to have?
Do you think you have to know that from the start?
No, I think you can figure it out as you go along, and I think that's what a lot of artists are doing. But I think that there's less longevity in that approach. You know, like failure to plan is planning to fail. Kind of like that. You know, I think when you don't do stuff like that, that's when you get yourself into situations where you're like, kind of, I'll take anything I can get. But at the same time, you still need to get lucky.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's so it's like, where are you? You know, what are you doing every night? Are you around the situations that breed those kinds of, you know, rewards? Because I know a lot of things in my life that I've gotten have just been by me showing up or saying yes to something. That's
the biggest thing. You got to say yes to everything.
Honestly. And you have to say yes to everything until you can say no.
Right.
Right. And I feel like that, once again, that comes from like confidence and building up, you know, your self-worth and knowing what you should and shouldn't do. And that comes with experience and a lot of fuck ups, as I'm sure.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
we've all been through. Yeah.
100%. But like, yeah, just showing up and saying yes to shit will give you amazing things. And so, yeah, and I feel like people sometimes are like, oh, I don't want to do that. I'm better than that. I should have a record deal by now.
Right.
You're never going to, you know what I mean? So
that's why I feel like you just got to make the steps, do as much as you can, because you got like, it's in your hands. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't rely on you to come and be like, yo, Mark, do this. You know, like you have to get yourself to get noticed and recognized by those people.
100%. And yeah, that's a hard, just give someone advice on how to do that is so.
I know, right?
I feel like if anyone knew, they would be the richest person in the world and they would be the busiest manager ever.
Right.
Because they would have all of the clients.
Right.
No one would want to be with anybody else.
I know.
If there was a book or like a blueprint that was like, I will make you famous. Now, there's like, I think like what you're getting at too is like, obviously there's like hella gimmicks and shit online right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, just things that will get like followings up. But like, I don't think there's longevity in that.
Right.
And you can even like watch.
I mean, I think like when you see the Bad Baby, when you see like the Yodel guy, I think they're being really smart. Like those are people that are taking their opportunity, their like 5 seconds of fame and making it longer versus like the old time, like Alex from Target. You remember him?
Yeah, I remember that moment. I don't know what he looks
or like. Damn Daniel. They didn't really utilize.
He was from Riverside. Shout out Damn Daniel. He's from Riverside, California. And he went to Poly High School. Haven't heard that name in forever either.
Right.
But Riverside, California, never forget it.
Yeah. A lot of people from there. Now let's talk. One person crossing over from traditional to YouTube, your girl.
My girl, Madelaine Petsch.
Madelaine Petsch.
Yes.
Made lame. That's her name?
Yeah, Madelaine. Madelaine.
If you guys don't know.
You thought it was Made Lame? I did too for a while. It's Madelaine instead
That's
of
what
Madelaine.
I said. And
yeah.
And my girlfriend was like, no, it's Made Lame.
No. It's no. Go back and tell Kylie I was right.
So it is Madelaine.
It's Madelaine. Yeah, like
but
she's
her
making
name is
fun of herself.
Madelaine.
Madelaine. Yeah.
Oh, so it's not Made Lame. It's Madelaine. But
Yeah.
Lame is still in. I never.
Lame's still in it. She's making.
Yeah.
She's taking. Yeah. She's
embracing
She's
it.
roasting herself. Which
That's funny.
Kudos to her.
How did you guys meet?
Facebook. Literally. That's just one word. Facebook. Is that one word or 2 words?
One word.
Yeah.
Would you just slide in the DMs or the messenger?
No. So I actually auditioned for Riverdale before it was even a show. I auditioned for the
Season
pilot.
1?
Yeah,
Okay.
correct. For Jughead. And I didn't get it, obviously. Shout out Cole Sprouse. Anyways, I just remembered the project because my agents and stuff were really excited about it. And so fast forward, I ended up doing this Netflix show and I'm on Facebook one day and this, like the people you may know thing pops up.
Right.
And I see this photo of this girl wearing like a hood and standing in snow and shit. And like, it's on set. And so I clicked it and it was, posted like from the Riverdale set. And so I saw that she was like promoting that the pilot was about to come out and the show was about to air and shit. And I was like, oh, you booked it. And so I just sent her a message and I was just like, hey, saw you booked Riverdale. I went out for one of the parts. Congratulations, And I think she like even read it and like didn't write back right away. Like I think she waited. And then she wrote me back and was like, thanks, what are you doing? And I was like, total dude, I sound like such a douchebag in our fucking
In your chat?
Yeah, because like I think it was just like I just wanted to like just be as like cool as her or like I don't know. I just thought because I knew the show was gonna be really dope because I'd read the first episode and shit. And everyone was talking like, oh, this is gonna be a super sick show.
Did you anticipate it to be as big as it is?
No.
Huge.
Fuck no.
Massive.
And so, she's like, oh, what are you working on? Oh, I just got done doing this Netflix show that like 3 people watched. like literally like 3 people watched that show. But I met amazing. I met, me doing that show, I met my theatrical manager who I work with, who's you know what I mean? Like I met so many dope people there. But exactly. Yeah. But just by saying yes to shit. And so, yeah, I just sound like a fucking asshole. I don't know why and then, I was like, where are you guys shooting? She's like, Vancouver. And I was like, dope, and I was like, hit me up when you get back to LA. Like literally a month goes by and I'm at a club and there's this redhead girl across the club. And so I didn't even have her number or nothing yet. And so I go on Facebook and I'm like, yo, are you at Warwick? And it's like 1 a.m. and she writes back, no. Oh. And so I'm like, oh, fuck. But me being fucking smooth, I think I sent her my number and was like, oh, well, let me know if you want to go out next time. You know what I mean? And so I gave her my number and I was like, text me. She's like, no, I'm still in Vancouver. And I was like, oh, well, let me know if you want to go out sometime and, when you're back in LA. And then literally like 3 days later, I got a text and she's like, hey, I just landed, in LA. Like literally, like my plane just touched down. And I
You were
remember
the first person she texted.
first person she texted. And I remember I was like at the gym trying to like learn how to work out and like getting healthy. And I remember I was like, hey, we should go snowboarding. Like one of the things I said, I was like, we should hang out. She's like, yeah, what do you want to do? I was like, let's go snowboarding. She's like,
that's dope though.
She's like, I don't fucking know how to snowboard. Like, why? Like, she's like, I don't even know you. Like, why would I go to the mountains with you? Like, yeah,
now
like, you know, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, okay. She's like, how about we go see a movie first? And I was like, cool. So I was like, what movie do you want to go see? And I let her pick a fucking movie, and it was horrible. It was awful. What was it called? I don't remember. And we like talked kind of the whole movie, and then we ended up going to Swingers, this diner.
Amazing. Delicious.
And it's open 24 hours.
Yep.
And we stayed there till like 3 a.m. and I dropped her off at home, and I didn't try to kiss her or anything. Didn't do anything. And we hung out every day since.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, besides days that she's shooting, but I'm saying from that day we met, she was home. It was her hiatus.
Right.
So we hung out every day, since
Why would she hang out with you?
Bro, I don't fucking know.
She have friends in LA?
Probably not.
What was she doing before Riverdale?
She was worked at a coffee shop.
Damn.
And she was a personal assistant. She had a bunch of jobs.
Complete 180.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Well, she was acting too. She did some like movies and like small movies and stuff like that. She'd always like been acting and modeling and stuff like that.
So your intention from the start was that you wanted to be with this girl?
Well, no. Once we hung out, on Facebook, no, no. Once we hung out, we ended. I didn't think I'd like her that much when we picked each other up. She didn't think. She thought she would hate me too. She almost canceled on me.
Damn, the truth comes out.
She actually made me FaceTime her to make sure I was who I said I was.
So
before I picked her up,
Facebook
I was like, no. I was like, no, we were texting by then. And I was like, okay, what's your address? Because I bought movie tickets, by the way. She told me what movie she wanted to see. I bought them in advance. That's
Smart.
points. She liked them. She liked that. And I was like, okay, what's your address? I'm on the way. And she's like, wait, FaceTime me. And I was like, what? I was like, what the fuck?
You hadn't talked on FaceTime at all?
No.
Just text.
Dude, literally, she landed like 3 hours prior to this.
Right. That's crazy.
And she's like, just wanted to make sure it's you, not some fucking weird serial killer. And I was like, okay, cool.
You're like, it is me, but I am a weird serial killer.
I have a mask. And that's it. That's that.
Dope. What's that been like?
Amazing. Fun. Yeah.
How long you been dating? A year?
A year and a half. Yeah. A year. Yeah. We don't have like an official date.
Right. That's how it's just.
Yeah.
Well, you could look back at your DMs.
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, look, I know we first hung out in like February. It was like February 21st or some shit.
I don't know the date exactly, but February 21st.
It was a week after Valentine's Day. She got back. I remember that. Yeah, it was exactly a week. So February 4th. Yeah, February 21st was like, I think the first day that we hung out.
And that was
2017.
Yeah. So they had shot just one season?
No, they had just shot like few. I met her right as the first episode was airing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And now what's it like when she goes to Vancouver for whatever, how long? Because she works out with my girlfriend, Kylie.
Yeah.
And they talk. She goes there for what, like several months?
10 months at a time.
That's insane.
Yeah, to shoot. She's there. She just went right now. But she comes back tomorrow.
Every weekend?
Every weekend.
That's
primarily like a lot for most weekends. And then I'll go up there and stuff too.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So you're making it work.
Yeah.
Is it hard?
Sure. No.
How do you feel about this? Because, we're in acting.
Okay.
She's in acting.
Yep.
My girlfriend wants to be in acting. How do you feel about on-camera relationships?
Someone kissing her and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. My girl has a girlfriend on the show.
Oh.
Yeah, so she kisses.
I should have done my homework.
Yeah. So she has a girlfriend on the show, and it's her friend. I'll say our friend. It's our friend Vanessa.
Okay.
And they've been friends since before Riverdale. And I'm totally cool with it.
Would you be cool if she had a male?
She had to kiss KJ for Riverdale for season 1.
You're cool?
I wasn't with her then. She'd already shot it, but yeah. I mean,
I feel like me and Kylie have had these talks. Like if we ever book a role, it's like
no. Look, I'm not gonna be like totally fun. You know what's crazy? Season 2, she had like it was like an implied rape scene.
Oh, wow.
And so I flew up there and was on set that day when they shot that.
just to make
her feel better.
Yeah.
Just to make her feel more comfortable.
That's good. That's a
and
good
it wasn't
boyfriend.
even like anything crazy, you know what I mean? It was just like some dude like laid her down on the bed and it's like suggested, and then like her homegirls, spoiler alert, in case you haven't seen season 2, go in there and fuck this dude up. Yeah, you know,
You make a cameo, you like run in the scene.
I just pop up from like above the bed and like no one, I don't get credited in like the fucking credits or nothing. I just beat this dude's ass.
That'd be funny.
So yeah, I flew up there and I was there for that.
That's good. That's support. I feel like,
Oh yeah, this is the most supportive relationship I've ever, I've ever been in, and 2, I've ever had reciprocated to me. Because, you know, I've been through all my kind of like, I went through like being like no one knew who I was to then having like a big song and people know, you know, music video and all that shit. And then so like I kind of went through that kind of shock, and she really hadn't had that yet. And so we kind of went through that shit together, and she's so like, she handles the shit way better than I did.
she humble?
Yes.
Yeah.
And she rides for me way harder than I would have rode for anyone that I was with when I was in her position at her age. You know what I mean? At her age.
It's tough, dude. Yeah. I
So
feel like,
it's what I'm saying is like, I can appreciate it that much more.
right.
I appreciate her that much more because I was in a similar position and didn't behave
handle it
like
right.
that. Yeah.
That's good though. Cause like, yeah, you went through it and you could kind of like help her go through it. Cause that was quick.
I don't even think help her go through it, dude. It's just like, yo, I'm jaded in the worst way. You know, I know what to look fucking for. Like, dude, if someone's coming up on us, my fucking back is, I'm already like, you know, if someone's taking a picture of us, I see it before they do.
I know. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, exactly.
they
And you
think
have to be
don't.
like that.
They think they're secret too. And then the flash goes out.
But yo, dating her has been, it's so much different. It's so much different than music because everyone has a TV inside their house.
right.
Everybody. You know, and so it's like you'll be eating dinner and it's like the waitress, and then it's like the 12-year-old girl.
It doesn't stop.
But then it's like the 65-year-old grandma, like just eating with her husband. But like when her grandkids come over, that's the show they watch. And so like, you know, so it's just like boom, 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 boom. With music,
You have to have a taste. Yeah.
it's like if a kid walks in with some tattoos and plugs, or like, you know, a girl comes in, like I can kind of gauge it and be like, there, what's up, bro? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, you
guys are very different. You got tattoos, rock
She
star
has no
vibes.
tattoos.
No tattoos.
Yeah.
What's that like? You get a lot of looks.
Oh my God.
Like as a
she
couple?
gets mad. She gets mad for me. Like, I don't understand because I'm used to this shit, right? Like
Right.
I've always kind of
You turn heads, of course. 6'4", you're tattooed.
No, less now, dude. But everyone has tattoos now.
Yeah. Not in
When I was
Ohio. Not in
18
Ohio.
When I was 18, I had 2-inch plugs and like, you know, tattoos. I got like, and a mullet. I got way crazier looks. But we'll be like, I don't know, at a fucking restaurant or like at a mall or, you know, something, or at an airport. And she'll just be like, I don't like the way that they looked at you. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, they gave you a dirty look when you were ordering your drink. And I was like, how the hell did you, you know?
That's something I learned about. I'm in my first relationship. Girls see everything, bro.
Yeah.
They got eyes everywhere.
That's good.
It's good though.
Yeah, it's really good.
Keeps you good.
I like attentiveness, and I like knowing. I think, you know, my anxiety and my paranoia have served me for the best, you know, in my life. And even though it's really annoying and sometimes unmanageable, it's kept me safe in a lot of, you know, situations where I could have been really, you know, harmed.
Right.
Yeah.
What's your guys' like date like? Would you rather, are you guys a couple that's like, let's go out or let's
No, we're
stay
so
inside?
low key. Well, here's the thing. We're always out like in like the city, like doing things, but we're not like, you know, getting drinks, strutting the town out. Like we're like going to, I'm going to blow our spot up. Everyone knows anyway. We you know, a perfect day for us is like waking up, you know, laying in bed, watching a show till like 11 a.m., going and getting a nice little brunch and then strolling through the Grove
I
and
love
getting
the
like
Grove.
iced coffee and, you know, maybe like
The Grove is a bad spot to go though if you want to keep it low key.
yeah, but we do it like so much. like we're like on, like we probably keep the lights on there, like with how much we frequent the Grove. Like I just like, yeah, I spend way too much money and, you know, walk through Nordstrom's and like buy something you don't need just because like I don't know.
That's the thing to do in LA. Like if you're bored, hit up the Grove. Just walk around.
For real. And if you know what, if you ever come to LA and you want to see like people, just go to the Grove.
Right. It's good for people watching.
Yeah, just go to the Grove because you'll see all types of people there.
Yeah.
And they got a Barnes and Noble in there, honestly. So yeah, we'll walk around the Grove. If we're just bored and shit, we'll just go in Barnes and Noble and like sit in the fucking aisles and like look at books. And then like maybe buy one, maybe not.
Maybe. I can't read. Can't do it. It takes too much time. My attentiveness is like even this podcast right now, it feels long.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how people watch stuff for like 2 hours.
But that's
read a
the
book.
format. That's the format. There's only so much you could do at the Grove, but it's fun.
My spot is at the Grove too. The little Italian spot on the corner, across from Cheesecake.
Oh,
you ever been there?
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called. Outside dining, delicious gnocchi with pink sauce.
Oh, you like that? Well, I can't eat that now because I'm on keto. So
yeah,
maybe I'll have a cheat thing in like 6 weeks. I'll have a cheat weekend.
That'd be good.
Yeah,
hit me
I'll
up.
feel like shit.
Which, by the way, I'm a little bit salty. I invited Travis to my housewarming party.
Bro, hold on. I know that me and her were somewhere because we couldn't, and because I know Kylie texted her too.
Yeah.
When was it?
A couple weeks ago.
It was a couple weeks ago, but I
Yeah.
know I was somewhere.
It's whatever. You have to come by, see the house.
Yeah, I definitely do.
At least I could meet you here for the podcast, episode 1.
Right? I know. At first I thought we were going to do it at your crib, and I was like, fuck yeah. But now we're in this super dope high rise above Los Angeles, feeling real
The sun is setting.
Yeah.
Honestly, feels like a proper time to end it.
Let's do it. I'm cool with that.
How long have we been talking here?
I don't know.
For a minute.
Yeah. Has it been a minute? An hour?
About an hour.
Oh, good job. Damn.
Make a good time. We talked about a lot of
and
stuff.
that's a solid combo. Like we didn't stop. There was no we didn't look at our shoes and like twiddle
Yeah.
our thumbs at all.
And you hit every bullet point without even me having to bring it up.
Did I really?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's dope.
That's a solid interview,
All
guys.
right, cool, man.
Thank you all for watching. T Mills, Travis Mills. You can find him on Instagram. You can find him on SoundCloud.
Actually, I don't think you can.
Can't find him on SoundCloud. You can find him on
I
YouTube.
don't know. You don't want to go. Probably, if you do, it's old. It's fucking old. Yeah, YouTube.
Life just keeps getting better.
As of now, yeah. I guess. Watch out. Yeah.
Check him out on YouTube. He's vlogging now. That's episode 1. We set the tone. Hopefully you guys tune into the next episode. T Mills, we out. Living large.
Living large.